So, upon reaching this point in the conversation, when you reach the lands here, you'll notice a couple things that are interesting. Number one of which is that the land immediately in front of the old cavern has been cultivated. There are roughly 4 rows from this row, that direction, 4 rows of perfectly, and I mean perfectly, taken care of and cultivated rows of carrots.
14.
Okay, so it's almost a 1/4 acre that's been farmed.
Wow.
Now, if you do quick calculation, there's enough carrots there. There's enough carrots here to feed a small army, but that would be a really boring carrot soup. Nonetheless, it's
Just
not
carrots.
the type of planting you would expect to find in an area known to be wild, and more importantly, one that is said to be haunted by a demon. 30 or 40 feet of.
Hey Abner, why don't you go and check out some carrots over there, man?
Why don't you go scope out?
Me to
Scope
go
out,
scope
yeah,
out the
yeah.
carrots?
Now, for
Actually,
clarification,
you should be scoping out.
for clarification, I don't know how many of you guys have ever actually harvested carrots, but carrots do have green tops.
Yeah.
And green tops normally grow to about 18 to 24 inches at the highest.
So you had to tell
These
us
are
that.
almost 3 feet tall.
Oh, I can't even go through that. It's like up to here on carrots.
Well, you'd be passing through the green. The greenery on a carrot is actually relatively flaccid. It does move with the breeze and
Right,
such.
but it's like a sea of
Yeah,
grass.
it's like a sea of relatively tall grass.
Yeah, thick
Oh
vine
shit,
grass.
3 feet, huh?
That's wild.
Alright.
What's this terrain like over here?
That's all a natural grassland because of the slopes. You wouldn't try to farm it.
Is this area rocky?
There's also considerably rocky around the outside edges,
Right.
and this upper part is kind of almost disturbing in that it's covered with rocks that are quite mossy and look slick, like there might be a water source near the top of that hill.
We go scope up the top of the hill. I don't know, I'm not feeling too good.
Look,
about
I'm not,
going
and
through the
I don't want to
carrots.
go into the carrots right now because, you know, there might be somebody out there watching for their crops. I would be.
Why don't you guys come to me real quick and we do
why don't
little
we-
cantrips to kind
Okay,
of
yeah, let's do that.
buff you guys up a
Yeah,
little
for
bit?
sure. Can we do that?
Can we go up real quick?
So you're going to attempt what?
I'm going to attempt to do a cantrip. I want to cast resistance on Abner.
And what resistance are we casting in particular?
It gives him within 10 rounds the ability to add a 1d4 to any one save, and he can decide upon that after his roll.
So
Well, actually on Abner as well. I can then cast a second cantrip the next round. So 1 round goes by.
So you're all you do is
And I'm
cast one
assuming
6
that,
second.
Ozzy, you're kind of looking out while we're doing this?
Sure.
Okay, so are you, because I just have to...
Right.
Chant,
Now he doesn't.
lay hands on
Yeah, since it's a blessing to you, you're going to accept the blessing. This is just a newly found brother. You can choose to resist it if you so choose. You're not of dwarvish blood, so you're not required to take resistance against it.
No, I'm gonna go
I'm
along.
trying to help your gimpy ass.
Yeah, man.
Well, just for clarification, you just
No,
met.
we
That's
did-
just
we
for
did
clarifying. You
just
just met. So
And I don't exactly.
this is a
trust-
show of faith on
Hey,
his part. I just
You're,
want to
you're a
make sure.
Shingazi, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
am I.
So as long as the second cantrip you're going to use is not another resistance.
It's called guidance.
Okay, and how does that work?
It gives a plus 1d4 on any stat check, any ability check roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay,
All right.
I think you're good, I'm good.
I'm solid, man.
Okay, I'm worried about
So-
this guy a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Like shifty. So,
Ironically, this also adds a little bit of confidence to you because this guy's going to cast spells on you. The downside of that, of course, is that you're showing a vulnerability to allow him to do so.
I feel.
Okay.
Are you feeling
you feel the
vulnerable?
bond? You feel
I
bond?
swear I'll be gentle.
So for those 60 seconds while that's
Right.
going, sorry, the 30 seconds while that's going on, the
Right.
casting of these
That's
two
on the
spells,
prickly glove.
you do notice on a ridge
Oh boy.
a small goblin aboard or astride a small hound of some sort, passing from this set of woodlands in behind the rocks, like he's heading for the house.
I see this.
You saw him go by. He's far enough away that he's not a threat to you, and he's way beyond your ability to fire at range.
Right.
But you do see him clearly enough
I'm holding
to be able to
that.
identify it as a goblinish type of creature.
All right.
Now, for clarification, goblins in this area are relatively rare. They have been known to harry and attack caravans, but almost always on the move and almost always on the roads to and from Coram,
Right.
because that's part of the frontier.
All right. So I turn around and I'm like, did you guys see that?
What'd you see?
I think I just saw a goblin riding a dog.
Now, I probably have some knowledge of goblins on dogs, no?
Okay, you might have knowledge of goblins, so check on the Gloom site, because you have had problems with goblin infestations beneath the ground.
Right, so what should I
Man.
try to roll?
So you're going to need to make a history check
Well, that's wisdom.
or survival, whichever one you have proficiency in there.
Okay, yeah, of course I have neither.
If you have neither, then you need to give me a justification for needing a die roll. Otherwise, it's simply you don't have enough knowledge. You know that they do, Harry. You knew that they
That's
do.
what you get for being raised by humans.
You don't have to be so mean.
Right. So listen. Anyway, I just saw this goblin.
I should know something. He goes. I just see this little line goes. I should know something. I don't know what, but I don't know what.
Can I try to dream?
Are you gonna take a nap right now?
Oh,
As you would say, post up and take a nap.
I'm gonna post up and meditate on what the hell is right.
Okay, so if you want to meditate, that'll give you the
No, we should go on. Okay,
So I'd say, listen, man. I don't think we should go through this area because we bought a bunch of carrots that are gigantic. We just saw the goblin over here. Let's go that way.
Okay, you want to take lead?
Okay,
Of course. Of course I do.
Okay, during this conversation, while he's talking to him and whatever, are you, whether
That's
your
kind of our
position?
marching order?
Just a second,
Yeah.
because he's just cast you spells at you. Are you looking back at them? Or are you looking towards the field?
Looking this way.
Okay. The reason why I ask is you saw something dart across the entrance to the cave, so you want to place that
Sure.
from the left to the right.
So he came this
No,
way?
no, wherever the cavern entrance is,
Yes.
he crossed the front of the entrance.
He just appeared and crossed over.
Yeah, it's almost like he stepped out into the light as if he was to be seen and then
went
disappeared back
in,
into the
or
darkness.
He's hanging out.
Yeah, just go ahead and place him in there inside the cavern.
Okay, he's in there. So you lost sight of him. Okay.
Yeah, he just saw this larger.
It's like he wanted to be seen. now.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like he was expecting somebody to see him.
Okay.
All right.
Especially since you took time to stand on the ridge, visible from the house,
And cast
a spell.
Whatever. But I did.
All right. Let's roll, boys.
Yep. After
Okay.
behind you.
That's right.
Chief.
I'll move forward.
Okay.
Let's do it.
No.
Oh, of course.
I don't trust you guys yet.
You want to ride the back?
Yeah, I want to ride the
Squishy,
back. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. I was trying to help you out. Whatever, dude.
Well, he leads by example, doesn't he?
Apparently.
Okay, you're okay. So for clarification, on this scale, a move of 10 is one space. Even though the scale
Three
doesn't.
spaces.
So maximum
From the-
distance you'll travel at a regular pace.
I
is
get
three.
three. I get.
Okay.
Yep.
Confused about that one. Okay, so here we are at this point. At this point, is any occurrence?
You moved somebody. You
Yeah,
originally
we all moved. We all moved.
Okay.
up.
We didn't move 3.
No, but you stopped to
Mhm.
talk. So okay. So from that position, make your first series of moves.
Series of moves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So move the whole troop.
Let's move forward.
1, 2, right
We're
here.
not going in the cave?
No, I want to come up and around. I think we're gonna flank him from the back here, dude. Come around here.
Tactics!
I'm looking at
I'm just
This is
terrible.
all
Let's
pretty
do it.
heavily wooded area at this point.
It's
Or
cleared
sparse.
out just as you've indicated. There's a trail that goes up the back of the ridge behind the rocky
Okay.
sort of. So
Okay.
you're doing the right thing to pass, if you will, behind the roughness.
So as I keep on walking, boys, what I need
Okay,
you
now
guys
just
to
stop.
do-
That was just taking here your first round of movement,
Uh-oh.
because from this position you got some things that are going to be drawn to your
Okay.
attention. First of all,
Uh-oh. So much for my tactics.
in the rows of
Tactics.
carrots,
Oh boy.
please put these three figures, who apparently the reason why the guy walked by the entrance. There you go. So they basically emerged from the carrot patch, headed towards the entrance. Apparently the guy walking past there must have signaled to them in some fashion, although he didn't recognize any symbol.
Okay.
You see?
That's the reason why I put that. Does he see you guys? That is the question. So let's take a quick roll here and let's see.
Is he armed with a bow?
I'm not going to tell you what they're armed with until you get the first round.
Until you
set
get
up.
hit.
Until,
They're armed with shovels, spades, and rakes.
Okay.
the last time we
Carrot farming equipment.
Yes.
Nobody's traveling in stealth. You've moved regular move rate.
Correct.
That's right.
Okay. So therefore,
They're in
sun-
heavy. They're pretty heavy carrot brush, right?
Right. But they're
They're
short,
emerging-
about 3 feet. How are they
they're
short?
emerging from it,
Okay.
as I described. They're emerging from it, basically stepping from the actual hedgerow where they've been
Okay.
doing the cultivating, moving out into the row, which gives them a better line of sight.
Understood.
And you guys, as I said, you moved casually, and
Right.
last turn you cast a spell. So there's a lot of reasons why they might have seen you.
Okay.
So I'm going to give them a base. Their base would be a 12. I'm going to give them a bonus of +2. So they'll need a 14 or better to see you guys.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and roll that. And the roll is not enough by any stretch. So they walk out nonchalantly, walking. And for clarification, they don't appear to have any weapons except the center one has a pickaxe over his shoulder, a small set, a brace of knives on his hip, indicating that he might be able to hurl the little knives. And the two other guys have shovels, as you described. Well, actually, one's a shovel, one's a hoe. And I won't talk about his sexual proclivity, but the one with the bow is the one that has the hoe.
I'd like to switch to my heavy crossbow. Put the axe in.
You gonna switch weapons?
Well, I mean, dude, it looks like we're gonna have to do some ranging combat here, right?
Yeah.
So you're assuming a combat stance is what you're assuming.
I'm
Cinematically, this is like that scene in the movie where one guy gets that look of awareness, slowly reaches for his weapon, and so now the camera angles and everything switch to this combat stance. So now it's like Pam to you, going for your weapon. You are
Doing the same exact thing.
going for you. So you look to him and go, oh, weapon, retreat.
Yeah, he just read my mind.
You're walking ahead of them.
I would ahead.
behind.
You're behind. You're behind.
Closest.
Okay, so therefore, because they're
If they
acting,
haven't seen me yet.
well, I need you to make a check to see whether
Oh,
you've
yeah,
noticed.
Let me see if I can.
So go ahead.
Away.
So you need a 12. And I won't give you the
Apparently
plus
we
2. So
noticed.
straight 12.
9.
9. What is your?
I only get a +4, so did charisma. So unless it's charisma check.
It's not a charisma check.
Stealth.
Yeah. No, this is for perception.
No.
Okay. So therefore, literally, they're switching weapons, and you're like looking at them rather than looking to the field. You're looking to them like, what are you responding to?
Right.
So therefore, you won't have a physical action in this round. So you're basically like, your plan is to continue walking.
All right.
With that in mind, you all need to roll an initiative roll.
Yeah,
I'm going to roll
dexterity.
3. Now, before you roll, I'm going to roll 3 separate ones for myself. One is for the goblin that you saw over here towards the house. One for the guy inside the
Before you
cavern,
roll.
and for the other.
Do we get dexterity bonus on initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
You're 17 after modifying.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're a
13.
15. So you're reacting. Now you see him react. So now next round you'll be going into melee.
Okay.
You'll actually see where he's looking, and so you'll be able to turn and see the goblins.
Right.
The goblins in the field are still not paying attention. The goblin in the cavern would have acted had his friend seen you, but because he's only looking at them, the guy in the cavern, guy inside the cavern door isn't going to get a chance to modify his response. So therefore, at initiative of 20 or higher, is there anyone?
No.
19, 18, 17.
17.
Okay, so you saw him change weapons. You can choose to go to a combat stance if you want, or you can use your movement to move away or
Cast
reposition.
something.
What were you planning on casting? Since you didn't know there was combat, you can't go to a combat
Dancing
spell.
lights.
I think you should
You
post
can't
that.
cast dancing lights because it's a combat
I
spell
think
and you
should
wouldn't
watch,
do none.
You should watch our rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Let's
can.
go.
Well, they can be
Abner.
shouting at you.
Abner's gonna mosey behind.
Of course.
Abner leads from the back.
Brave Sir Abner. All right.
Oh my God.
Okay. So at 17, he ducks behind you.
Sir
That's
Abner-
At
right.
Sir
17,
Abner
your
the
action.
bugger.
Now that you've drawn the weapon.
Now that I'm drawing a weapon, I'm gonna slowly creep around and take cover behind one of these
Stealthy?
rocks over here.
You go
Stealthy.
stealthy?
Slow, very carefully.
So,
Very carefully. I'm gonna
So there goes
sneak
my meat
around.
Okay,
shield.
stealth drops his speed to 1.
I don't want to go stealth, just very carefully. Gingerly.
Stealth.
He said stealthy. I didn't say
Back up the
that.
space. Back
I
up.
didn't say.
Go
I didn't
back
say
to-
stealthy.
Move him back to his original
Just
space.
gingerly walking across.
So now you're going to gingerly walk.
Yeah, he said stealth.
Okay.
Gingerly.
So he went from, you're going from stealthy to gingerly.
Gingerly.
Gingerly reduces his speed by 2/3.
so just 2.
So he's going to move 1.
So I get 1. Anyway, I didn't get 1. Whether it's stealth or ginger,
Just
I
shoot
get
the
1.
fucking goblin.
And then I'm gonna take a knee and take a shot.
So now you're going to change physical position. You're going to walk that distance
I'm gonna gingerly walk. I'm crouching down in my combat position, right? And then I'm gonna get behind this
Take
rock
one
so I
step
get some
back.
cover.
Okay,
And then I'm
one
gonna
step back.
study my aim with my crossbow by taking a knee, and I'm gonna shoot the closest
So
one.
for
Pull the trigger
clarification-
and exhale at the
clarification.
same time.
Exhale.
The term gingerly refers to not wanting to bruise a ginger because the ginger root is
Yeah,
fragile.
That's right.
So his ginger stepping means that he stepped backwards.
I thought that
Look
means
for
he
a
didn't
place
wanna
on the
beat up the
clearing
redheaded
where he can
kids.
put his knee down
right.
without harming the foliage.
That's right. Without making any noise, very quietly.
So he's taking the knee, and therefore your action will actually occur next melee round.
Okay. Wow. Awesome.
The advantage is it will give you advantage on that attack.
Okay.
Are goblins
Would you allow
inherently evil?
this when I switch my weapon? I place my battle axe down.
You're gonna drop your
You
axe?
just drew the axe, and now you're going to put it on.
No, instead of sheathing the axe or whatever I do with my axe when I take out my bow, 'cause that's what I did. I took out a bow. I did exactly what he did. I took out my bow.
Oh, so you should just switch weapons?
Right, but I want to lay my axe down on the ground as opposed to like sheathing it. So if I have to drop my bow and pick up my axe, I can do it quickly.
Actually, that's worse.
Is it?
Because your sheath is at hand. Reaching to the floor, you actually
Yeah,
have to
look
take a
over,
half
bend
action.
If
to
it's
get
over.
there.
worse, then I won't do it. Okay.
Yeah, It only makes
Wasn't
sense.
sure how you play that.
Yeah. Well, the concept. This is a battle axe.
Yeah.
So it's going to have a brace right here. These slide.
Oh, I
Okay.
jump over that. Was that gonna hurt? Oh, I wasn't really sure. Let me check. I'm gonna test the waters first. Not a good idea. Okay,
We're
we'll do
learning
that.
to know each other.
Yeah.
Feeling each other out.
So we're done with those.
So I want to shoot.
Take your shot.
Okay.
Which one are you going to shoot at?
The first one.
Okay, now measure the range. How far away are you? Remember I said each of those squares represents 30 feet.
6, 7.
10,
Times
10
3?
feet. I thought there were 10 feet.
Okay, 10 feet.
Right,
So
10
70
feet for.
away.
The only 7 spaces?
Yeah, roughly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Center to center. Okay.
Sound fine to you?
Yep.
Okay, so my dexterity on
Wonderful.
a,
And your range
Make
is
them all
what?
go to sleep, guys.
on a longbow?
You're not.
I'm just clarifying. Okay.
I'm a heavy crossbow.
Just saying.
100, 400. Yep.
Just saying.
It's a big 9.
No
Okay.
one's- no one's got
So the
that.
arrow goes shooting through the foliage. The odds of you finding it are dropped radically by the intense nature of the foliage. Mark down 1 arrow.
Oh man.
And you have, by clarification, rules of engagement. Even you know, first shot taken is the aggressor.
You're a dick.
Yeah.
So from a moral standpoint, if you thought the goblins
And you
were peaceful,
missed,
you'd be
and
in
it
trouble.
gave away our position.
Of course, goblins aren't known for being nice guys, so you should be okay.
Yeah, well.
But this is that moment.
I know it's a goblin,
Okay,
right?
but this is the meanwhile back at the ranch moment. As you're all busy doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
10.
11,
What?
12.
20 moved 120 feet?
That's like,
They.
oh my god.
Alright.
Alright.
Goblin
All right.
cavalry on dog
All
back,
right.
on hound back,
Okay.
move at 12
That's
base.
crazy.
And that was their full. No, that was their. They basically dashed that entire distance.
And we
That's
can hear
like
them coming.
Okay, gotta be able to hear
It's
it.
No.
a dog
no.
running through the woods.
Okay, for clarification, these are
That's coconuts?
elvish hounds.
They're riding Elvis dogs,
Is that
dude.
English
The
sparrow?
goblins-
These are elvish hounds. Elvish hounds can move through terrain without leaving a trace. They
Elvish
move
hound? Ridden by goblins?
There is something bad going on if this combination is there.
Elf-
So, because of the fact that everybody has turned their attention to the marching goblins coming out
Well,
of
we did ask Abner to watch our rear.
I know, but you put him in a position where he can't see them because he's directly in line of sight with his own.
Well, I'm
body.
on a
wait,
knee.
no.
Can I just turn like
Can't
that, right?
just-
Yeah, he was on a knee. That's
Yeah, I was
true.
taking one knee, and I'm hidden.
He's
I
also
should
at
be-
elevation, however. You put him on an elevated
But I should be
spot.
hidden there. I should be lower than these.
Therefore,
guys.
okay, therefore,
A disadvantage.
you're at disadvantage.
That makes sense.
To,
On-
to
okay.
perceive them.
Yes, this is a perception check. So you're gonna roll 2 d20s.
Come on, Abner.
Here.
Oh, I'm rolling. It's just me?
Well, you want 2 different ones because you want to tell.
The lowest one's the lowest one.
That's true, but I like the theatrics.
Oh,
The
yeah.
one you handed me. What do you handed me? One.
Take a picture of that. That's funny.
He just gave me the ring
Hey, man, that's for
Oh,
stealing his
man.
dice all the time.
Here,
bro.
use this
never
one,
let the
pal.
DM touch your
Never
dice.
touch.
Never touch a
His
DM's dice.
Let's
I'll
run that one just for you.
Hang on a second. Let's get a little back down here. I want to take a
Dude,
picture.
Wow,
dirty,
man.
dirty, dirty.
Well,
Dirty.
It was just like that. Use my dice. I'm just gonna take a lowest. Yeah, don't worry about it, kid. Use my
There
dice.
you
Take
go.
these.
Where's it?
Take these.
I never fully trust anyone.
You took my die. What does that
You
say?
took some cantrips and blessings, and you took a die, bro. Well,
That's bad, yo.
man, you should trust people with the Shingazi name.
Oh, is that?
That's it. Anybody else, though, I would understand.
Yeah, way to roll.
Way to roll,
Dude.
son.
You can have this back.
Yeah.
I won't be needing.
I thought you didn't want it touching your
anymore.
dice.
Here, watch this. One.
No, see, you bumped in my hand as
Yeah,
you rolled.
after you touched Carne.
All right. With that 13, though, you still, because of the minuses, because of the elvish nature, you do not see them. There's something moving, but you weren't able to pick out what it was.
So I know
So-
something's moving.
You saw the brushes move, but was it the wind?
No.
And you have a 1d4, but that wouldn't make no difference, right?
All right. So now because the arrow missed,
Right.
there's a chance they didn't notice. So I'm going to go ahead and roll to see whether or not they
Okay.
noticed. Because of the fact that it was an arrow, there's a bit of sound to it, so I'm going to give them a 12 out of 20 to actually have heard the arrow go by.
Okay.
Not only did they hear it go
You
by,
didn't hand me that die, by the way. That's not the die he gave me. He gave me the other one.
Alright.
here we go again.
I only roll ones for the players, but 20s for myself.
So, round 2.
Round 2.
They are clearly alerted.
All right, well,
Action. Do you know what your action is going to be?
I'm attacking.
You're attacking with a bow. Attacking with a bow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are
I'm still focused here.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at that.
Okay, and your action, since you saw a possible something coming through the cloud, through the cover, are you reacting to that
I'm
action?
gonna turn and I don't know what you would call it. Overwatch. Wait for a reaction.
Okay, you have a ranged weapon in hand?
No, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna let fly with a spell.
So you're preparing. What spell are you preparing?
Probably gonna go with
Your wild mage.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So you're going to attempt to Eldritch Blast whatever's coming through the
Anything
hedge.
that comes through that hedge.
Is that a cantrip?
It's a cantrip. 1d10. Force.
Okay.
Okay. My primary actors will be the guys in the field who are going to respond and move towards the attack in a zigzag pattern. So they will not come directly towards you. They're going to.
just
One, which was the 17s, are you two.
Yep.
So all you did is you're holding the spell.
Anybody comes around the corner, I'm blasting.
Okay.
You're
I'm
holding-
firing. Closest one.
Okay, so you're going to shoot at the closest
That's
one.
right. I have
Dexterity.
advantage, right?
I guess so.
You have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage. So the
We'll take
18,
the 18.
Yeah.
18 plus the modifier.
Dexterity. And proficiency bonus.
But plus 4. So it's 22.
Oh yeah. So you roll damage
Okay.
1d6.
1d10. 1d10 with my bro.
with a longbow.
With the heavy crossbow.
Oh, crossbow.
1d10.
Oh, big hero with the big heavy crossbow.
So it is a
Plus
mighty
fire?
4 plus the strength
Plus
bonus.
2.
2.
6. Oh, wait, no. Plus 4.
You don't get the proficiency bonus. You only get the strength bonus.
Okay. Well, my strength
Isn't it
bonus is
dexterity bonus
4.
on
I have plus
on,
4,
missile
so-
weapons?
Okay, no,
That's
no,
8.
okay, no, he's right. By missile, so it's dex.
Okay.
So
So
it'd be
it's
the
plus
plus
2. So 6.
So 6 points of damage.
I read
The
stuff.
goblin does not go down.
Oh,
He has a bolt
he's a
sticking in his
tough goblin.
forehead, though, does he?
Well,
Die, goblin,
There's
die.
blood in the water.
That was 4, 6, right?
Six.
3, 4, 5, 6. First one's been hit for 6.
Oh.
Second act, that was 17. Your action is to hold action.
Yeah.
So it's your goblin's turn, correct? I'm at 13.
You're at 13. So the first action is going to be the 3 skirmishers. So first one, 3 spaces, or 2 spaces, because of their movement, is going to be here, here. This one's going to be here, here. This one's going to be 2 this way. Almost like the skirmish line, almost like they planned it that way. Got
Aren't they charming?
the guy below. Where do you go? And this guy both move out 6, just a straight line out.
I can't reach it no more. My skinny fingers.
Some of these coming from that side. For the guy.
Skinny.
I need long phalanges in there.
where is he?
Deep.
Oh my god, hold on.
Watch
Oh,
the thumb. Watch the
oh my god,
thumb.
oh my god.
Watch the
I'm going 4 fingers deep. Hold on. Dude, it's like.
Now this deck save. You're gonna
what's
get a pencil or something and push him back up.
Boys.
Oh, dude, I just knocked that guy. I mean, what is. There we go. Okay, I got him out.
It's okay. Dude, I
So
got
put this one and
4
this one
fingers.
moving 6 straight out.
4-finger
This guy
Gazi.
here.
That's
And they're
That
moving.
means-
Gazi on the 4 fingers.
3, 4,
On his
5,
shield.
6. This is 6
They're gonna
out.
move to this
Like
side.
gripping-
6 out here, though.
Yeah,
And then 1, 2, 3.
find the ridge floor. There we go.
What?
Come pouring out of the cavern.
We're screwed here, man.
What are those things?
Die, goblins
Bigger goblins.
die.
Bigger goblins.
Slightly bigger. There are different types of goblins mixing here. It's amazing.
Apparently.
Well, actually,
It's a
for
mixed bag of
clarification, the
goblins.
smaller ones that are in the field would be the young of the tribe, if you will. They're probably less than 4 years old.
Real green are they?
They're a little green behind the grill. The 2 coming out of the cavern are a little bit more mature.
This one's the guy from Weird Science on the motorcycle.
Okay, so that was now you're actually at 13. Take your shot. You will not
Who are
see.
you hitting?
Let's see.
The guy who just got hit.
I know, but you're here.
Mm-hmm.